my favorite thing about this role is that we don't even know what we're doing.
Okay.
When you were asking us about our characters on the panel earlier, that some people were asking, it's not that we don't know them. We know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't know where they're going. And we're all brand new to this. And that, again, I have to give testament to John Rogers because he has taken us and put us in a situation like these characters are where we know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're all learning and finding out what's going on. And so I kind of felt bad. I was like, well, we're acting like we don't know the characters. We know exactly what the character is.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't know where they're going because we still don't have any clue about what's going on. You'll watch all of season 1, and at the very end of season 1, we're still going, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? And I think that's the funnest thing about the show.
Mm-hmm.
Really do. I don't know if that answered your question, but I was trying to...
No, that's great.
Okay,
that's good.
So you're coming back to genre after doing Angel, and that show had its mixture of a lot of different tones.
Uh-huh.
When you come back into this world, and Rebecca was talking about how so much more comedy is being involved in this, does it feel like you're following a little bit of what you did with Angel, or does this feel very different?
It doesn't. It feels very different because of the comedy. And when I first came here, I'm like, okay, so we're gonna do this, and it's a magic show. And I thought that maybe I would feel a little along the lines of Angel with the worlds. They're very similar worlds. It's not quite as dark as Angel. But then something extraordinary happened, and I saw Noah Wiley put his shoes back on. And so much comedy came out of that. And so, and I'm used to Noah on ER, I'm used to him on Fallen Skies, I've seen The Librarian. But to see him put himself out there and make fun of himself, it was like, oh, and this whole weight was released. It was like, wait, it's okay to make fun of yourself? Because I mean, like I said, being on Leverage for so long, it's like, only people, we don't make fun of ourselves. I made fun of Hardison, Hardison made fun of me. And that was the gig, but it's okay to make fun of yourself. And then Noah, like action, and you see Noah. And so it was just such a, we always wanted to play comedy, but you'd have to find it in somebody else. And it's okay to do the comedy within yourself on this show. And that was a really big, it was a sigh of relief to see Noah lead the way on that. And it was a breath of fresh air to be able to play comedy as only John Rogers can write comedy. There's a lot of people that can do slapstick. John's never been about slapstick. He's very much more, he's too smart for that. He's very internal. And so to be able to release that, and also another thing about John Rogers is, again, brilliant writer, but he doesn't mind if an actor takes a little bit of leeway into finding some comedy or into finding some drama and something like that. There's not a lot of producers out there that will let you do that. We always make sure that he writes from A to B. And he has a whole bunch of different things, but for A to B, you got to get there. But if you do something along the way that makes somebody laugh and makes somebody cry, he's okay with that as an actor, and that's really, really brilliant. I mean, I've been on some shows, but where you have to say the dialogue as it is. This is that. If it says, go up high and do some comedy, then you do it there. But other than that, you stick with that. And it's not like that here. That's what's it.
Has it been interesting to keep the competency of the group, even though you guys are really exploring the comedic elements? It's not at the expense of each other. Where would you say that the group is coming from? Is it interaction-based, or is it... Because obviously you want to all be credible as a team as well.
It is, and it's like, and a lot of it's on the page, like I said. John being a stand-up comedian for as many years as he was. But a lot of it, most of it's on the page. But we also, we have such a good time on set. We all really feel like a family, and so that helps a lot because you're not looking. Someone's not going to look at you and go, "Why the hell did you just do that?" Also, we're with really good actors, so if you're supposed to go here and here, and you end up going, you veer off, everyone stays with you, and we do that for each other. I think the comedy is found. Like I said, I have to give a lot of credit to Noah Wiley because when we saw him, you got 30 million people watching. You got to be cool. That's how I was growing up. You know what I mean? When you see him, and he's able to make fun of himself and not be that cool and be kind of quirky, I was like, okay, so that's where the comedy comes. And like I said, we can do it ourselves. We don't have to do it. All right, good. Yeah, thank you so much. Get you a sticker.